some of those students, at least one of them is going to come in and say, oh, solar power, green is great. We all want to be green. And you circulated a petition among American scientists, I did, and got 31,000 people who have university degrees in physical science to sign a document urging the United States government not to take action on the failed and false hypothesis of human-caused global warming. And that was... And that was pro-hydrocarbon, pro-coal. You must, and of course on the internet they say I got money from the coal industry. I can tell you I've never gotten a dime from any of those industries, and I'm very careful not to even get a dime because you know what they do with it. But the students are going to come over there and spout what they've been told. And what they've been told is, do you prefer a nice solar panel to this dangerous nuclear power plant, this dirty coal plant? But that's not the end of the story. Barack Obama, a couple of months ago, opened the largest solar power plant ever built in the United States in Florida. Wave of the future, big speech, this is the way we're going to do it all. And that plant, there's some numbers. That plant cost $150 million, and it produces $3 million worth of electricity every year. It'll take 50 years to just pay for the plant, and the expected lifetime of the equipment is 30. So it'll never produce 1 watt of power. But we could go a little farther with that plant. They say it will provide power for 3,000 American homes. That's $50,000 per home of your tax money to do that. But you know how much power that is? It's enough to run one-room space heater. So you can select the room in your house, and this is the way they figure all these things. The wind, that's the figure they use for us. You can select one room in your house. I suggest a bedroom. You can get that, this isn't important to us in Oregon as it is in the East, but you can select the bedroom, you can get that warm. Better put your clothesline up there too, because there's not going to be any clothes dryers. And when you get ready to cook dinner, you could slip under the covers for a couple of hours and save the power to run one burner on your stove. That's how much electricity this is supposed to produce for us. It's silly. But what's not silly is what these people did over the last 30 years to nuclear power, which was the greatest advance in the history of man technologically. They stopped the building of nuclear power plants. The power plants that were not built because of what Pete and his friends did, and he was there most of the time, the electricity that was not produced is $10 trillion worth of electricity. $100,000 for every American family. And that electricity is produced at 1/5 the cost of the other ways of generating electricity. And that cheap abundant power, would have kept our steel mills at home and kept our aluminum factories at home. But instead, they're in China or Korea. Now, the Chinese are at this moment designing and constructing 132 nuclear power plants and 1,000 coal-fired plants. And Pete and his friends suggest we go up against those people with windmills. That's not going to work. So this is an example, but that's just the energy industry, and I'm not advocating nuclear power, I'm advocating freedom. Get the government out of the way and let all the forms of energy generation compete. And the free market will give us the energy we need, plus more to export, just as they did before 1970 when all the power plants we have now were being built.